So last stop in my maritime tour.
Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I travel around the world. St. John's is the last city I visited on my tour of Eastern Canada. On my first day, I started at the Signal Hill National Historic Site. Since I like to walk, I walked from my hotel to the tower. It took me around 1 hour. Before reaching the top, you can go to the visitor center where there is a museum and a chocolate shop. The tower can also be reached by the Battery Road path. This site has a nice view towards the center of the city, the Atlantic Ocean and its cliffs. Cabot Tower stands marking the entrance to St. John's Harbor and has become an iconic landmark of the city's skyline. Oh yeah, and the wind was blowing very hard. Built between 1897 and 1900, Cabot Tower was constructed in honor of two important historical events: Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee and the 400th anniversary of John Cabot's Voyage of Discovery. The Cabot Tower was designed and used as a flag signaling tower, serving that function from 1900 to 1958. Another activity that you can do is to fire the noonday gun. It costs $51, but it's not available all year. From here, I went to the town of Quidvidi, approximately a 30 minutes walk.
It's so beautiful, like I can't believe it. So I was doing a video on my phone and I realized that I lost a earring. Je suis bouche bée. Je l'ai encore voir, mais je l'ai pas encore voir. La boucle d'oreille! Oh, and by the way, my foot really hurts. Not like 2 weeks ago, I fell, and yeah, it still hurts.
After a short break, I started walking back to my hotel.
I hope it doesn't rain like more than this. Like, it's a light rain, that's okay, but not more. So I wanted to film my room, my hotel room, while I'm in a university residence. So it's funny because I never went to a residence. Like, I mean, for university, like, it was in Montreal, so I didn't need to be in a residence. And I always saw that in movies, and I found that always like cool.
My trip to St. John's will have a second video dedicated only to my extreme hiking for 6 hours. Well, for me, it was extreme. So here we are in my fourth and last day in the city.
So today the entrance is free because it's Indigenous Day. So we got in for free.
The Rooms is Newfoundland and Labrador's largest public cultural space. Here you will find collections, exhibits and programs that tell their stories and interpret their natural world through art, artifacts, archaeology, architecture and archival records. You also learn a lot about the history of the Indigenous people and the genocide that they lived under the government of Canada between 1831 and 1998 in residential schools. This part of Canada has a very special connection with Ireland. In 1750, the Irish made up over half of the population. By 1836, there was more Catholic Irish in St. John's than in any other city in Canada. In front of the museum is the Basilica Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. It was the largest building of its kind in North America at the time of its completion. Unfortunately, it was closed when I went. I continued my way towards the center of the city. These colored houses are authentic to the city of St. John's. They say that the best fish and chips are in the Duke of Duckworth restaurant. But since I'm not a big fan of that dish, I didn't go. Here we are in downtown. I decided to go eat at Celtic Heart restaurant. When I ordered a calamari, I was surprised when they told me that they didn't have any more and they always sell out fast.
So that's the end of my trip. Downtown is pretty small, so like I'm done.
I loved Eastern Canada, and I think St. John's was my favorite city because of its cliffs. In the next video, you will understand why I'm telling you this. As in the other maritime provinces, the people here are also very friendly and everyone greets you and talks to you. They are very welcoming. I already convinced my family to visit the Maritimes. See you in the second part of my trip to St. John's. Until next time!